That scene of him and her getting married. She's so young and so hot, and he's so old and wrecked and rich as fuck in a wheelchair. It's such a classic scenario. It was so good.
You called her a Kentucky Fried Hooker.
Yes. I had him call her a Kentucky Fried Hooker. Right. Like if she wanted that money, she had to do it. But she had to keep doing shit.
And then he's going, Father, he's going. And he wakes up and it's like, it's time to lick my ball. It's time. And I remember there was a pizza parlor when I was a kid. His name was Nick the Greek. Fucking tremendous pizza, even though he was Greek. Like, we let it slide. He put the Sicilian by the window, and it was the flies would land on it. It was like the airport for the flies. They would land. We would break his balls. Nick. But I remember I went in down to Quaalude one night, fucked up to the gills with vomit all over my shirt. And every time he'd see me, he'd call me fucking Belushi. That's when Belushi almost died. And he would, for years, he called me fucking Belushi. And there was another kid who had a beard, and he called him Ayatollah Khomeini. Like, he had nicknames for us. But that's a weird, it bothered me after a while. He would call me Belushi. And when Belushi died, it really started bothering me. Like, am I next? He would call me Belushi to my face. Look who it is, fucking Belushi.
Whoa.
I was fucked up. I went in there one night on a Quaalude and opened up the red pepper and threw it at him. But I used to sell him jewelry. Like, I would sell him stolen jewelry. Me and Nick were tight. Nick was the pizza parlor 50 yards from the high school. And you could run a tab with Nick. And I used to give Nick jewelry, and he would look at me and he would go, "Speak, how much do you think that's worth?" Because jewelry was $800 an ounce at that time, gold. And I would bring him jewelry. He would look at it and then take it, give me money, and put it in one of his pockets from his
apron?
Apron. So 2 days later, I'd go in there and go, "Nick, let me use your bathroom." And I'd go in there and stick my hand in the apron and take the jewelry back. And then a week later, I'd go back to him, "Nick, how much for the ring?" And he'd look at me, and he was racist as fuck. Like, he would either call me Belushi or Spick to my face, like it didn't matter. There was a kid, this is on Kennedy Boulevard. This is a big boulevard. And there was a kid that would come in there, and I'm still dear friends with, that his family had money, and he would go in there and buy a slice of pizza, but he would cross the street because the iced tea across the street was a dime cheaper. Remember when iced tea came in those fucking milk cardboards?
Yeah.
He would always cross the street. So Nick would be having a conversation. It's like, "What's going on?" And all of a sudden he'd go, "What's?" And we go, "He went across the street to get the ice cream." He would fucking flip out. He'd run from behind the counter, run onto Kennedy Boulevard. Hundreds of people would be out there. And he'd yell at the kid, "Tony, you fucking Jew." you fucking Jew. The kid wasn't Jewish. He was Italian. I had no hair on my legs. I got minimal hair on my shoulders. I got no hair on my back. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah, you don't have any hair on your arms or
Nothing, nothing. I got hair that grows out of my ears. This times I stick a Q-tip in my ear, and I can hear the hair twisting in my fucking ear. You know what that's like? My eyebrows, bro, get bushy as fuck. I got to bring scissors with me on the road to trim my, because in your mirror at home, you don't see this shit. You get on the road with light in a hotel room, and you're like, "Look at this fucking hair growing out of my nose."
What is that show called?
Goddamn
Comedy Jam. Yeah.
You've done that?
Yeah.
What'd you sing?
Killing in the Name of Love.
Oh, that's right. You did it recently.
Worst anxiety ever.
Did you?
Oh my God, singing and doing comedy is two different fucking worlds.
Did you have to learn the song and practice it?
Yeah, they wanted me to go to a rehearsal, but I couldn't go to a rehearsal that day.
So you had no rehearsal?
No rehearsal. I knew the song, and
there you go.
And it's not,
Play this. Where is this being held at?
This is at...
This one was a couple years ago.
This is like a year and a half ago. I love music. I love all this shit. I just can't.
What? Okay.
All that shit is bullshit to me. Why do you think I said that shit to you last week about the Ambien? I wasn't fucking around with you trying to be cute. I do everything. I'm sober, but I do everything. I'm sober right now, but I do everything.
right,
I don't do
right.
coke, I don't do heroin, I don't do Oxycontins.
Right.
But on the road, people give you shit. And sometimes I put it in my pocket.
On the road, people give you shit.
Oh, people give me shit all the time.
You take the shit people give you?
All the time, dog. I just took some acid. Fucking somebody gave me blood acid, and I put it in the battery thing. I have like a shaver, and I took the blotter acid and put it in the battery thing, so it became like battery acid. And I called Lee, and I told Lee it was Wolfman Jack acid. He didn't know who Wolfman Jack was.
Wolfman Jack.
I don't watch baseball throughout the year. I don't have time. But the Cuban, once September comes, I love the art form, Joe Rogan. It's a beautiful. By the way, not only did I get left back and I got a GED, I'm the only Cuban that couldn't play baseball. I'm possibly the only Cuban that was the worst baseball player in the fucking world. Even my mother stopped going to the games. She was like, I can't. You just embarrassed the shit out of me. I was terrible.